It's 2 o'clock, yet another Tuesday. Welcome to yet another fun-filled and exciting episode of your favorite show. It is, of course, Generation C. I'm Hanshika Porfi.
And I'm Jamie Loss. Generation C empowers the youth through our 3 segments: The Zone, School Corner, and Varsity Chat Room.
Generation C is also the show that recaps On the Zone, giving you reason why it is the best read on a Tuesday. It is published every Tuesday in the Namibian Sun, the Algemeine Zeitung, as well as the Republican. Now today is the most exciting day ever here at Namibia Media Holdings because it is the launch of NTV Network TV. So stay tuned for this. Today is Network TV Day.
Today in studio, we're joined by Mehafo, Amuyela, and Rejoice Amutenya. But before we get into that interview, let's take a look at the weekly publications. Hansho?
Well, on the front page, we of course have an article on Tariro Moyo, a student that was homeschooled by her father. Tariro is an ambitious girl who passed her IGCSE with outstanding results at just the age of 13.
That is quite impressive. On page 2, Minister of Education, Arts and Culture, Anna Gipandoka, dives into the first ever announcement of the AS level results.
Well, also on our page 2, we have this week's photo of the week. Less than 60 schools came together to discuss importance of factual reporting at the NMH 6th annual media camp at the Hodegos campsite. This year, MyZone also launches its brand new podcast, Nothing But the Tea. Stay tuned for this.
When I was young, we were golden young. All around the window, we would only have 51.
I swear.
Everything what needs to be newspaper. So from the newspapers, the physical.
I was one of the and I really wanted to go study for like editing and sculpting. And over there told me, he said you have to go study something that you can stay for the rest of your life.
In today's Vox Pop, students from various schools were asked about what part about the media industry they find most interesting. Here's what they had to say.
What I find most interesting about being in the media industry is like basically working with other people, creating new ideas, and it's not just, like hearing people's opinions and all of that. Like that's what I find very interesting,
The most interesting thing about the media industry for me is definitely how the editors work under pressure and the different type of editing styles they have.
Okay, so for years I've been quite an introvert, and now I'm actually at the place where I can express my opinions more, and I love the fact that media has taught me to express my feelings through writing, and not only my personal feelings, but then other people's opinions and their feelings as well through writing. And I love sharing. I love it when we come together and different intellectual minds work together to create one goal, which is getting information out there and showing it to the public and everyone else.
For me personally, I find how writers get to write articles under such a lot, under a lot of pressure and little time. I think that's very interesting, and I think it's like a skill that you can take throughout your entire life. So yeah.
The most interesting thing in the media industry is definitely working with different personalities and people. You get to learn a lot of how to work with people.
On pages 3 to 6, you'll get the first look at the results of the AS level examinations.
On page 7, we have PM Youth League kicked off their first student recruitment drive at institutions of higher learning at the Namibian Center of Open Learning.
And on page 7, we have our star teacher of the week, Ms. Anne Moline Waka, a teacher at the Academia Secondary School who has been teaching ever since the year 2000. I wasn't even born then.
Imagine.
Wow. Let's take a look at this.
Good day, my name is Ms. Waka. I'm a teacher at Academia Secondary School. I specialize to teach 9 subjects from grade 5 to grade 12, and I've been teaching for 23 years now. Currently, I'm teaching entrepreneurship grade 8 to 12, and I love my subject. I love teaching. What motivates me to teach is when I see my learners excelling, when they're passing with flying colors. It really motivates me to want to give them more, to offer more so that they can excel in life. And I'm also a self-made academic author. In 5 years' time, I authored and co-authored 13 books. So I love teaching, I love my subject, and I want to do more, especially when it comes to teaching. Thank you.
What an exciting zone edition that was, Hansho.
Definitely exciting. If I were you, I would be grabbing myself a copy right now. Well, up next we have a lovely interview from the Afterbreak Teens magazine founders. But to find out a little bit more about them and who they actually are, you have to stay tuned for this one.
Welcome back, and today in studio we're joined by Rejoice Amutenya and Mehafo Amuyela, and they are basically from Afterbreak magazine, and they're just going to introduce themselves now.
Hi everyone, my name is Rejoice, a 19-year-old computer science student at NUST and the founder and editor-in-chief of Afterbreak magazine.
Hi everyone, I'm Mehafo Amuyela. I am 20 years old and I'm a media student at UNAM. I'm the co-owner of Afterbreak magazine.
So guys, can you tell us a bit more about Afterbreak magazine?
Afterbreak magazine is a Namibian youth magazine that basically aims to empower, entertain, and educate the Namibian youth.
Yeah, so we do that through the content that we put on our website, as well as through our Instagram. On our website, we publish lifestyle, beauty, fashion, And we also have a column that we call Graded, which is where we put educational content. And then on our Instagram, the way we educate the youth is through the takeovers that we have, whereby we have people, Namibians from all over the world, come use our account, and then it gives our audience the opportunity to ask these people questions, whether it's about what they're studying or the country they're in, or even if it's au pairing or whatever. And then obviously we also put entertaining reels and all of that.
Wow, I honestly love everything about your page, and I follow it too. I love it.
Thank you.
What motivated you guys to start this business?
Well, growing up, I always loved reading magazine. Teen Zone to be specific. It's a South African teen magazine. But later I got to a stage where I could no longer relate to that content because it's simply South African. I was like, you know what, you can start your own too. And then, yeah, I think grade 8, I was 16 years. That's when we started Afterbreak.
Wow, I love the idea. So what is unique about your business, Mehafo?
I would definitely say it's our takeovers. I mean, I don't, not to toot our own horn, but like, I don't think anyone does it as great as we do. So I think that's what's amazing about, what's unique about Afterbreak at least.
And also the fact that we are digital. When people hear of the word magazine, they want like a hard copy, you know, but like we are online based, you know. So I think that's also something unique.
Okay. What challenges do you face as an entrepreneur or entrepreneurs? Yeah.
Okay, fine, I'll take that one.
Okay.
I think the challenges that we face mainly is obviously finances, because the money just doesn't money, man. But yeah, finances is definitely a challenge that we face. I feel there are not a lot of opportunities to get financing for a lot of ideas, and also we started when we were young. So at the time, it's like you're not even thinking about the money. You're just thinking about, you know, I want to do this. You're not looking for opportunities to get money. You're not looking for opportunities to get funding. You don't even see it. So by the time we like, you know, realized that, okay, we can make money here, it was like, what, 2-3 years in, and everyone just says must have existed for 24 months. And then we're like 3 years old, so we don't qualify anymore. But yes, that was one of the challenges. And then also just being young in business. At one, a lot of people, it's just a challenge, man. People look at you like, you know, they need to toughen you up. They must put you through, they must put you through things to toughen you up and teach you what business is like. And then also just not coming, also comes with being young. I guess it's just not being taken seriously, not being respected. Yeah.
And also the fact that we are full-time student, it's very hard to like, you know, balance the two.
Yeah.
Well, I respect you guys for trying your best, and we can see that you guys are doing a good job. What advice can you give to someone that is young that wants to start their own business but is too afraid, or that is having financial issues?
Finance.
Okay, wait. Let's cut out that part.
Okay.
Okay. Advice I would give to someone, a young person who wants to start a business, is 3 things. It's to show up, network, and collaborate. We get invitations to places, to events, to whatever. Just show up for people. So if you get invited, even if it's out of your scope, you are selling cakes, someone invites you to a car thing, just show up. And then when you do show up, use that opportunity to network with people.
Okay.
Who are you? What can you do for them? What do you specialize in? You never know where they will take your name. And then lastly is to collaborate. I feel like there's enough space for all of us to win. There's enough space for all of us to win. So like, where you can, if someone approaches you with, you know what, I had this idea, do it with them. Like,
go for it, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now for you, Joyce, do you think that there are enough opportunities for the youth to tap into business or entrepreneurship in this country?
Enough opportunities, I'm not so sure, but like, you know, you can always create opportunities for yourself, you know, because we are still a developing country, you know. We are also, as a country, struggling with finances and the economy, so create opportunities for yourself.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us in studio. It's been an honor, and I hope to see you doing bigger and better things this year.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you
lovely
so
to
much.
to be in studio with you.
That's all for today, guys. So now we're going to Varsity Chat Room.
that is happening with schools around the world, let's take a look at what's happening to students in today's Varsity Corner.
On page 8, we have Uwakevelua Nice Munekamea. We have who is an Opua-born student who is currently studying his second year of animal science studies at Noidam campus in Singapore.
Also on page 8, we have an article about NAST changing its registration processes. And lastly, in today's school corner, we of course have the My Zone team as they were delivering the newspapers. Of course, the newspapers with the results in Keetmanshoop. Please don't forget to send us all your content on our Telegram channels.
Mr. Wilfred Edwin Hangwe, currently the acting principal for PK Tavalier Secondary School in Keetmanshoop, Karas region. Our school is one of the 6 schools that are offering the advanced subsidiary subjects. In total, we have got 13 subjects. We have got the highest entry of subjects in the region. And in this 13 subjects, we have a total of 135 sample distribution. We have got something what we call quality sample distribution from A up to D, and our school managed to score 92 A to D samples, which translate into 68%, which is above our regional target. Although we cannot make comparisons since it's the first AS examination, which means we have done well in this case, although there are some concerns in some of the subjects with a higher number of ungradeds.
Goeiemôre, ek is Afra, die admin manager by Shoprite Kittens. Dit is 'n voorreg om vandag hier te kan staan en te kan sê dat dit is die eerste keer in geskiedenis wat ek sien dat die graad 11 en die 12 se results as 'n free copy gepublished word. Dit gee die gemeenskap ook genoeg results as 'n free copy gepublished word. Dit gee die gemeenskap ook genoeg tyd om vir hulle 'n hardkopie te kom kry by die winkel. Gewoonlik het ons dit in die koerant ingekry as 'n private leaflet. Het op sy eie gekom, maar hierdie jaar is dit as 'n free copy. En die oulikste van alles is ons jare moes ons gegaan het en gaan gekyk het vir jou spesifieke naam en jou van. Maar die tegnologie het dit gemaak dat dit met die jare verander het. So deesdae moet jy iemand se kode het om te kan sien wat die results is. En ek wil net vir alle graad 12 en graad 11 wat daar buite sê, as dit jou jaar was om hier te kom met graad 11 of graad 12 hierdie jaar, dit is nie die einde van die wêreld nie. Elkeen staan 'n tweede kans werd in die lewe. Elkeen is geregtig vir 'n tweede kans. So geluk aan dies wat dit gemaak het. Maar ek wil nie sê die ander ouens wat dit nou nie gemaak het dat daar nie 'n toekoms in die lewe is vir julle of 'n tweede kans nie. Hou net moed en sterkte vir die toekoms.
Good afternoon to all the viewers. My name is Tangeni Abed, principal of Seidela Secondary School. I am very satisfied with the results, although we could have done better, I believe. But I am satisfied since it's the first time that the examinations for the AS level is taking place. I am also very happy for the free copies that we are receiving or that we received from My Zone.
Sadly, all great things do have to come to an end. I definitely had so much fun in today's episode of Generation C.
My favorite part was definitely the interview. Thank you guys for joining us once again. But from us, it's goodbye.
Bye.